So if you're joining me, I'm just going to get started in just a second, just waiting for a few more people to join, and then I'm going to take a look at Rashawn Gary, and I'll take a look at the Darnell Savage as well. Just give me a couple seconds to get it up and running. Okay, just give me one more second for those of you who are joining me, just kind of getting everything set up here. Just give me a couple moments and we'll take a look at, again, Rashawn Gary and Darnell Savage. All right, so it looks like we got a few people in the chat. So let's just kind of get started. I'm going to take a look at Rashawn Gary and Darnell Savage. I'm starting off here with Michigan versus Ohio State. We're just kind of taking a look at YouTube here. We'll take a look at what each of them can bring to the table. I'm just going to kind of go through this. I didn't plan this. I just figured I'd give it a shot. So let's start off here. All right, so not a great start, a little bit confused on the play there, but we'll kind of, again, keep taking a look here. All right, so hold up at the point of attack against the tight end. I'll take a look at that one more time. Stays on his feet, gets to the running back. All right, so that's good. All right. See, that's where, I feel he struggles a little bit. Just those one-on-one blocks. Obviously, that was a quick pass set, but you can kind of see he got into the body of the offensive lineman just a little bit. And, that's where he struggles, just one-on-one. He can't always get off of blocks. He doesn't always have a plan to attack the offensive lineman. See there, you saw that really quick, just that quick athleticism. Again, this is a quick pass, but look at him get past, obviously, the guard's out of his stance, or not out of his stance yet. That was a bad play by the offensive line, but you can see the quickness that he has out of his stance to kind of explode into the backfield. So again, you're going to see some positives. You're going to see some flash plays here, but you're also going to see some plays that leave a lot to be desired, and that production can be an issue. So again, just manned up pretty easily by the offensive lineman there. One-on-one. See, there's good hand usage, really good hand usage there. So again, if you're looking for positives, gets the hands, gets around the corner. Again, if it's not a pass set, he's going to be in a position to make a sack there. So a little bit of a rounded off bend here. You'd like to see him flatten to the quarterback a little bit more. rather than have that rounded edge. But again, did a good job getting his hands off and getting around. And like I said, definitely would have been a sack if the quarterback held the ball just a little bit more. So here he's on the outside. Finishes off the play at least. That's good. Kind of spying the quarterback a little bit. Again, this isn't a highlight package, so some of these plays are probably going to not be the most exciting. That's fine. This is kind of him playing a full game against Ohio State. And again, I didn't plan any of this, so we're just kind of going through and we're watching it together. So you're seeing what I'm seeing. See that? I mean, here he's unblocked. I mean, that's not fair when you have a player with his athleticism, but good job breaking down in the open field. Of course, he gets an assist here from Devin Bush. Bush is a stud, but those two coming right up the middle untouched, not exactly fair for Ohio State there. Good hand usage there. Again, you can see his quickness jumps off the tape. You can see that. Here's a player Green Bay could look to target tomorrow in Paris Campbell. All right, so holds up at the point of attack okay there. A little bit of, kind of hand fighting, not really any penetration, but he's staying up at the line of scrimmage, gets off, disengages, makes the tackle. That's fine. No issue there. Good breakdown in the, open field against the quarterback. Had the quarterback kept it. See, you hear heavy hands. You want to talk about, being physical at the point of attack, uses his hands. Well, look at how off balance the offensive tackle gets here. Look at how off balance he gets. He's using his heavy hands. And those are the traits. Those are the traits on tape that Brian Gutekunst and the scouting department are seeing. Those are the things that they're going to hope that he can bring to the next level. And these are things that, again, flash with some consistency. The hand usage, the explosiveness. You just like I said, I like to see a little bit more production. But here's a good example of him kind of the opposite. I mean, the two defensive players kind of run into each other there, but offensive lineman was going to be able to kind of get him inside pretty easy. All right, good recognition there. He's not going to get out on the running back, but he had good recognition, good hustle. That's versus the tight end. You'd like to see him on the goal line. Hold up. This is a tight end, one-on-one against Rashawn Gary. You'd like to see him hold up just a little bit better at the point of attack there. Obviously then he gets the offensive lineman on top of him, but you'd like to see him set that edge just a little bit better there. You can see he's playing the vast majority on the outside as a 4-3 defensive end. They announced him as an outside linebacker. A lot of traits similar to Za'Darius Smith in that regard. So they're kind of getting a similar player there, a guy that could come in on nickel situations and rush the passer inside. Love to see Rashawn Gary finish this play here. Again, all the physical traits, scrapes right down the line, closes the back door. You just got to make that tackle. That's a play you got to make. He stuck with it. I give him that. Good hand usage. I mean, you have to remember here, he's not going to win, every one-on-one battle. This is good hand usage, good play by the offensive lineman. He's consistently making, his way to the quarterback. It's not like he's stymied at the line of scrimmage. Look how far off he is from the line of scrimmage. He's making progression. That's a pretty quick set from Dwayne Haskins. Sometimes that's all you can ask for. You're not going to get around the offensive lineman on every single play. But if you can kind of start getting that penetration and closing in the pocket a little bit, that's what you ask for. That's what you want. All right, so again, he's matched up here one-on-one with a tight end. You're going to see it right here. Good hand usage, but again, he's probably, let me take a look here. There's a player here to set the edge, so he's probably okay. You'd probably like him to get outside on this a little bit more. Tough to tell what the play call is there, but you probably want him to try to get outside a little bit more on that play. All right, so again, he's not an easy player to play tackle against. That's a tough ask from the offensive tackle to get out in his stance that much. He's playing a little bit wider here. You can see, and he's going to make his way to the quarterback. Look how close he is at the, what, 3-step drop? Take a look. Oh, 1, 2, 3, and he's looking to pass. So look how close he is. Again, it's a pretty quick three-step drop out of shotgun. He's right next to the quarterback, and again, if the quarterback has to hold the ball there, and look, the quarterback's forced to get rid of the ball quick. All right, so Michigan's in position to make a play. If he's not, Rashawn Gary's coming, and obviously some of the other defenders were too. But again, you can see the quickness that he possesses. One arm. All right, so he's going to get his one arm up into the chest of the offensive tackle, push him backwards. Great there. That's really good. All right, so he's setting the edge on the run play. He's doing exactly his job here. All right, so he's got contained. Running back can't bounce this out. Running back's going to kind of cut this back inside. He's doing absolutely everything he's supposed to. He can't. Running back can't get outside there. So here's, he's not set up on time here. This is something that showed up on tape in a couple other games as well. You'd love him to obviously be set up in his position. He's not anywhere near involved in the play because he was late getting set up. Could have been, coach's fault. It may not have been his. It looked like there was a couple of players that were confused at the snap. All right, so that's another good play, getting around the offensive tackle here. So good disengage. Look, he's kind of setting him up. Just a little bit of a hesitation move. Sorry, I'll get back there in a second. Look he's just kind of setting it up, kind of taking an eye on where things are going, and then watch him disengage right there. Great disengage, coming around the edge. It's a nice play. Very nice play. So good read here by Gary. So he's got, he's responsible for both players. You can see he's got to make the read here, quarterback, running back. He's set for both, and as soon as running back gets it, he takes the running back up the middle. This is that was a better goal line stance than what he had against earlier in the game, I should say. And you just see Paris Campbell's ridiculous speed. That's, again, a player Green Bay could look to target tomorrow. I'm not actually a huge Paris Campbell guy. If you actually look to watch him as a wide receiver down the field, struggles to track the ball, but, man, you cannot teach this speed. I mean, look at this. This is a massively athletic defensive lineman. This is, I think, one of their corners or safeties, and just gone. Turns the corner, absolutely gone. He's a fun player. That's 3 different players that Gary kind of had some responsibility for there. That's a tough play for him. Good hand usage again. That's certainly something that consistently shows up. Offensive lineman's kind of able to run him around the edge a little bit, but push him back, past the quarterback. But overall, not bad. Want to stay on your feet here. Is he? Yeah, he's actually playing a little bit more inside here. Just get absolutely pancaked by the guard. So, when he moves inside in the NFL, if it's not a pure passing situation, he's going to obviously have to learn to hold up a little bit better at the point of attack there. Again, you see him here. Just needs to hold up a little bit better. He's playing inside. Same thing. Guard's just going to wash him right down the line. So definitely something that he's going to have to work on at the next level. All right. Let's take one more quick look at Rashawn Gary, and then we'll go from there. Excuse me, one more look at Darnell Savage, and then I'm probably going to head out. All right, so you'll notice Savage will play a little bit all over the place. He's going to play some in the box. He's going to play some in the slot. You see him here as a traditional safety, and you'll notice very quickly he's got very good athleticism, very quick feet. he's not afraid to fly to the football, as you see right there. If that was a wide receiver screen, he's going to be able to be there in an instant. You just kind of see some of that quickness just jump off the tape immediately, which you really like about him. And the thing you'll notice too is he's not over aggressive. He's a very smart player. He can flip his hips a little bit and cover as well, which you'll really like to see. Like I said, I call him the anti-HaHa Clinton Dix. That's my moniker for him because he is aggressive. He is not afraid to come down and attack. He will fly across the football field. He's not the big, tall, rangy safety like HaHa is, but he is going to get to the football and, like I said, hold up in coverage much better. Here he is, a deep safety, or more cover two safety, I guess I should say. If anyone is commenting or if this is not going well, I honestly have no idea. I can't see anything besides me watching the tape. So if anyone's watching this that we're following each other on Twitter and you can DM me if something is not going well, that would be awesome because I have no idea. But otherwise, I'm going to keep breaking down tape. Some of these, these plays from a safety angle. Safety is the toughest if you don't have all 22. Safety is the toughest because they're playing so far back at times. But here you get a great idea. He's going to come up as soon as he realizes that this is a run. He absolutely shoots his gun and he is off. And good night. I mean, he's just going to make that play in the backfield. And again, like I said, people are going to fall in love with Darnell Savage just by the way he plays. He plays the game with an intensity and an aggressiveness that a lot of people are really going to be drawn to. Fits really well with Adrian Amos as well. I think that's McLaurin. Yeah, he's a heck of a receiver too. And Maryland was aggressive with Savage. They sent him on a lot of run blitzes, even from the safety position. So that's I wish I could see this a little bit better. Looks like he gets caught a couple steps behind here. Tough to know exactly what the responsibilities were. It looks like there's another single high safety playing that's supposed to be playing over the top, number 20 there. But you'd probably like to see him flip his hips and stick with that receiver just a little bit better. Oh, here we go. We might get a little bit better angle. Yeah, he stays underneath it. If he's supposed to have coverage over the top, then he probably played it right. Just tough to tell exactly what his responsibility was there. Tough to see here a little bit, but you can see he's stuck with this guy really well. He's basically ran the route for the receiver there. And Terry McLaurin's good. He would have had Campbell in the flat there had they given it to him. Probably could have taken just a little bit of a better angle there, but Paris Campbell does that to a lot of people. And I think that was Savage that got the tip on this originally. Yeah, it was. So Savage is sitting here, right here, and he's going to make the play on this. Oh, he's coming. That's awesome. So he's got the tight end here, right here, and he comes off of him and makes that play. That's gorgeous. He is flat out reading Dwayne Haskins' eyes, makes a jump, tips the ball, and comes out, blocks the receiver. That's a fantastic play. Really fantastic play. Here we'll get a better look at it. Yep, they're going to highlight him too. Yeah, he just sees it the whole way. That's beautiful. And then he knew, oh, look at this. This is great. He knew this is good. Look at the tip. He comes out and starts blocking already. That's awesome. There he is again, knocking the ball away. He's playing the receiver one-on-one. Knocks the ball away. All Right up here, one-on-one off coverage, close to the football, knock it away. It's perfect. Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. This is Paris Campbell, guy we're talking about. If he gets in the open field, look at how that's a perfect click and close to the receiver. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know if they called that on. I don't know. They didn't. They called that here. But again, you can see pretty good coverage here in the slot. Look at him. He actually kind of loses track of him. I think he's trying to cheat a little bit. Watch his eyes. Watch his eyes look over here. And then he kind of loses him for a second, but he's able to kind of keep his hands on him and kind of keep track of him. Overall, good job. Playing off the receiver again. And he gets beat a little bit there. But I mean, this is your safety, right? So he's playing one-on-one, off coverage against receivers against Ohio State. It's not exactly a small program. They got some phenomenal receivers, and he's playing off coverage as a corner. That's just the type of versatility that he brings. He's going to be able to come down and play a little bit of slot corner and have it not be an issue. Which, for when I always talk about safeties, there's a couple things that, the first thing you look for is that true single high safety, the Earl Thomas, sideline to sideline, who can do absolutely everything. That's the first thing you want. And if you can't have that, then the next thing I want is a solid overall safety, but that can also come down and cover in the slot, because you can disguise a lot of things off of that, whether it be slot blitzes and just, a variety of different things to confuse the offense. So if you can come in and have a safety cover in the slot, that gives you a lot of versatility. So I think that's why Green Bay really came up and targeted, obviously also just his really strong athleticism and, again, the quickness that he displays and his ability to read quarterbacks and make plays on the football. He's got a lot of traits to like. If he were 2-3 inches taller, we're probably talking about a top 15 pick as a safety here. He's got everything else that you would like other than just being a little bit on the slight side. Tough to see. It looks like he's got underneath coverage there. Maybe could have got a little bit more outside, but tough to know what his responsibility was there, what he was looking at. So we got about 3 more minutes of this, then I'm going to head out. I'm going to keep watching tape, but I'm not going to stay on YouTube for the rest of the night. I appreciate anyone that's still tuning in. Hopefully this is going well. I have no idea if it's synced up. If me talking is right along with the tape, hopefully it is. Again, like I said, sometimes watching the safety film here from the non-all 22. So here he comes up a little too aggressively. I would like to see him make this tackle, or at least put a little bit more. I mean, he's in a little bit of a tough spot, because he's coming up here. He can't exactly take an angle over here. So I don't think, he can't get around this tight end. So he's doing the best he can to try to cut this off and get over to this player. Yeah, he misses the tackle. He gets an arm on him. Not sure what more he could have done there. See, so here we've seen him come up and play this very aggressively in the past. Here he has, let me see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My guess is there's another receiver down here and probably another corner over here. I don't think he has any safety coverage behind him, so he has to play this a little bit more safe and make sure that he does not get beat. He kind of breaks down in the open field, make sure that he makes a nice safe tackle. Yeah, he gets 9 yards, but not much more you can ask of him in that situation, because if he plays that over aggressively and he gets by him, it's a touchdown. Excuse me. So you're kind of playing almost like a inside linebacker role. And that's one of the things he's definitely going to bring to the table. He can play slot, he can play deep safety, box safety. You can play a little bit of that spy / inside linebacker. You know, you're not going to play him at inside linebacker on early downs, but in a dime situation, he can play in the middle of the field. He kind of gets beat a little bit here. It's a little bit of a tough ask coming from kind of a middle of the field position to cover a corner or a receiver on the outside. Excuse me. He's right there. It's a good play by the offense. Look at that. Double move, breaks up the pass. Nice play. Gotta love it. Really nice play. Would have been a touchdown if he was over aggressive. Yeah, he stays really calm there. Stays really calm. And again, that's the thing you see, because we've seen him on this tape. We've seen him come up and play very aggressive, but you also have to know when you can't be over aggressive. And that's a beautiful play right there, to not play over aggressive, full extension, knock the ball away. Really nice play. There he's matched up one-on-one. You can see some of the, he does a good job covering the tight end here, but you can see the size mismatch he's going to have. I mean, imagine that's even let's say Jimmy Graham, that at 6'6", it's not going to take much for Aaron Rodgers to throw the ball right there and have the tight end just go and get him. He's got good coverage there, but the size limitation is certainly going to be an issue against bigger tight ends. Let's take a look at this again. So he's kind of reading the quarterback the entire way. Quarterback's looking over here. He starts making his break. Not able to fully get over, but if that's a little bit more inside, he's going to be able to make a play on the ball. Haskins did a good job of getting it to the outside. All right, that's going to do it. Like I said, hopefully this turned out. I have no idea. I've never done this before. I kind of did it on a whim. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks so much for joining. And that does it for me. I'll have a lot of clips and breakdowns coming in the next couple days. So I hope you enjoy it. Thanks, everyone.